Good day, Taurus, and welcome to my channel. This is your yearly reading for 2025. Can you believe it? The year's gone by. I'll tell you what, 2024, I'm glad it's almost over because it was a mess for me. If you want to know more about that, I'll have some videos up on my other channel in January about what has happened to me. Anyway, so, we're going to do some things a little different here now. Well, if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back like usual. But we're going to do things a little differently here now. You're going to have your main card, right, for the year, your main energy for the year. And then there's going to be 4 cards, one for every quarter. And then, of course, your affirmation and whatnot. Also, if you want to see the extended version of this reading, January 1st, I'll be releasing my Patreon and also hopefully a subscription option on Twitter, which is X now, and that'll be 444, and that'll be an extension of my yearly, monthly, and quarterly, and it's gonna be have some other extras that you can have by becoming a Patreon or subscribing. And the cards that I'll be using in the bonus reading is my Edgar Allan Poe cards. Anyway, so let's see what your affirmation for the year is. Oh, I pulled 2 cards there. I am choosing and not waiting to be chosen. I am choosing, not waiting to be chosen. That is your affirmation for the year. Universe speak, spirits guide. What needs to be known, what lessons need to be learned. King of Spades, 9 of Clubs, 9 of Diamonds, 2 of Spades. Okay, got them a little spaced out wrong there. And the 8 of Spades. Ooh, so your general energy for the year is false fears. So you're going to have a lot of false fears when it comes to 2025. But you got to understand they are false. Uh, you need to work against them. So you're going to be working against your fears a lot when it comes to this year, according to the cards here. Um, and yeah, don't fear the things that you want to do with your life. Fear not, and go forth. Work opposite to that emotion of fear, and go after the things that you want. But there is going to be fear throughout the whole year. But they are completely false fears. Maybe not all of them will be false fears, but most of your fears when it comes to this year are going to be very, very false. At the beginning of the year, you got the King of Spades, leadership. So yeah, you might be taking on a leadership role here at the beginning of the year in the first quarter, and yeah, the cards just warning you to make sure to use your head and not lead with your ego, because a lot of times we'll lead with our ego when we're in a leadership role because we feel like we know it all, but you don't know it all. Okay, there can be somebody that knows more than you or knows something that you don't know about whatever it is that you're leading people on. So definitely keep an open mind, take in people's advice, take in people's ideas. It doesn't mean that you have to use those ideas or use that advice, but it's good to take it in and look it over and make sure that it's not something that's useful to you, right? So don't be just shooting down people's advice and all that good stuff because you feel like you are, the know-it-all or whatever, because you're not. You're just a leader. And a good leader leads with their head. In the second quarter of the year, looks like you're going to have some struggles going on. You got the 9 of Clubs here. Now, here's the thing. You might want to give into these struggles and just be like, I guess that's just all there is to it. And this could be very well next to your fears. This could have partially to do with the false fears that you're having, is the struggle that you're fearing that you can't remove this struggle. But the cards say don't give up. The end will end. It will come to an end. But understand that you're strong enough to fight those fears and work against this and find a way to remove those struggles. Because a lot of times in our lives are the struggles that we're going through. We have the power and ability to remove those struggles out of our lives, but you might fear that you can't, and you need to remember those are false fears. Take action, work against that fear. Okay. In the third part of the year, or yeah, the third part of the year, you have the Nine of Diamonds, a wish fulfillment. Through your hard work, you will have wealth and financial abundance. But you need to accept your worth. You might know your worth, but maybe you don't accept your worth. Like I knew that, part of my life was surrounded by, cards, right? Reading cards and whatnot. And that's just a thing that, I was gifted with when I was born, at least that's what my grandmother always said, right? But I had my issues with my grandmother and my father, who I also learned some stuff about cards from, and I kind of pushed it away. I didn't want to accept it, and I knew that I had that gift or whatever, that talent, but I wanted to push it away. And only like 3 years ago, I've decided that, okay, this is a part of me. I've always had those ways of knowing things that are happening and all that stuff. I can't even, I'm so far from the traditional way of reading cards and paganism and all that stuff. I can't even explain it right. But that talent, that ability, but finally, I accepted it. I accepted it as a part of me. And that's what's happening here, is that you have a talent or you have something that you're good at, but you haven't accepted the worth of that. Your worth when it comes to that is a part of you, that it truly is a part of you, and that you should go after it. You should take hold of that. And when you accept that and you actually put in the hard work to whatever that is, that's going to bring you wealth and financial abundance from that. Okay, because you're finally doing what you should be doing. Only you would know what that is, right? Maybe you're a painter, and you've just done it here and there, like I have. I've done cards all my life, but it's always just been here and there. I've never really taken it that serious. But maybe there's something that you're really good at, but you haven't taken that serious, and now it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to accept that it is truly a part of you, that it is you, that it's what you should go after. At the end of the year, there's going to be some broken communication. You have the Two of Spades here, and the cards. Now, this being a whole quarter, right? Broken communication. That means that you're probably going to have multiple broken communications here. Now, also, again, that's the false fears. You fearing whatever it is that your talent is. All right, I just wanted to throw that in there. I don't know, it just popped in my head that I need to remind you that this is a false fear. If you're fearing your talent, if you're fearing who you really are and what you truly love and what you really want to do, that's a false fear. Again, work against that emotion. I can't say that enough. Work against that emotion. Work opposite to your negative emotions this year, definitely. But again, the broken communications at the end of the year, you need to seek out wisdom. Don't go after broken communications by yourself. Make sure that you go and you find the person that you know who is the wisest to whatever the communication is about. If it's about math, find the person that you know that knows the most about math, and so on. And by doing that, you're going to have a lot easier time fixing those broken communications at the end of the year. Now, I feel like the broken communications has a lot to do with your leadership. So whatever you're leading, I think that's where the broken communication is going to come in quite a bit. Maybe not all of it, but for the most part of it. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Universe speak. Spirit's Guide. Oh, whoa, that is way too many cards. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Mm, okay. So you got the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords, this woman's bound, and she's also blindfolded, so she can't see the swords around her, which will set her free from those binds. Now, I feel like these binds is your fears, your false fears, and you got to remember you're the only one who can set yourself free on that. But there's more to this, right? Because then there's the struggle. You might feel like you can't release yourself of the struggle. Well, you can. You just need to work against those false fears. You need to work opposite to emotion. Your big thing here, I think, for the year is work opposite to negative emotions. And realize that you can take care of this. Okay, you just have that blindfold of fear around your eyes, and you're not seeing that you have the capabilities to remove that struggle. You have the capabilities to accept your worth, right? So definitely, you know, yeah, really work against those emotions. There's so many different ways that you can do that. Meditation, make sure that you have quality time when you have time off. Make sure it's quality time. You know that you're working on your mind, body, and soul. Stuff like that. That kind of stuff will open your eyes. They'll take off that blindfold and make you realize stuff like a struggle that you're going through is something that you can take care of, that you can remove from your life, and that it can open your eyes to who you really are and what you should be really doing with your life, and leading you to accepting that worth. So there you go. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps in some way. If it does, hit that like button. Of course, you won't know if it works until the end of the year, but whatever. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you back here next year. And for those of you who want to see the bonus cards that I'm going to be pulling here pretty soon, go to my Patreon, which will be posted in the description, but not until January 1st. Or go to X, formerly known as Twitter. Possibly, it'll be in my description if I do the whole Twitter thing, and you can check out my extended reading on this. Until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.